So you have a teenager, you have a grandchild who's a teenager, you have a neighbor who's a teenager. What do you always see them with? I mean, they are tethered to their cell phones even when they're in the car.
They don't ever put them down. We barely do either sometimes. Well, that's why the state is looking into changing distracted driving laws. This week, the Highway Safety Panel is taking on this topic.
So Emily Turner takes on the topic as well. You talked to some teens and parents. What do they think, Emily?
Hello, Emily. Hello.
I'm texting you my answer right now, guys. Oh,
that's not going to do us any
can't
good
see it,
because this
but
is
for
TV.
the folks at home, that's right. For the folks at home, you know, we're hard pressed to find somebody who didn't agree with it, because we've all been on the roads at some point and looked over and someone's gotten a little too close because they're a little too concentrated on this. It's so tempting when that text alert goes off to respond, but statistics show it could be dangerous, even deadly.
That's a problem everywhere. I'm retired now, but I used to work for the government, and I'd travel from Pennsylvania down to Washington, D.C. I'd see people texting going down the interstate or stopping in traffic. You see a rear-end collision, uh-oh, someone was texting. So yeah, I think it's a problem everywhere.
That's why the House Safety Panel will take up legislation aimed at reducing distracted driving this week. Currently, Florida is one of the few 9 states without a law against it. Most states, at the very least, ban texting while driving.
And I think if they get caught a certain amount of times, it should be, you know, punishable. Real stiff fine, you know.
Lose the license?
Yeah, stuff like that.
At least one lawmaker aims to make that happen. Representative Irv Schlossberg intends to file legislation this year that would make it illegal for minors to text and drive, but probably not adults. Most drivers agree that's a good move, but still, just a start.
Do you think it should just be for teens?
No,
or you think
everybody. Why should it just be for them? You know? Well, really, they just learning how to drive too, but I think it should be just for everybody.
You know, we've looked into some of these statistics and they're pretty staggering. Obviously, there have been a number of studies done on this, and texting and driving will quadruple your possibility of getting into an accident. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. So I wanted to test your knowledge of it. So let me start with a pop quiz. This first question is, what percentage of injury crashes involve distracted driving? Okay, I'm going to give you your options. Okay. The first is 10%, 20%, 30%, or 40%. What do you guys think?
I say B or C, probably.
I remember when I heard about this law that Florida was looking at, I remember reading a report, and I think that the newest numbers were from 2009, and it was almost a quarter, like 20%.
B.
You got it, 20%. That's why you're at the anchor desk right now, Bruce. Now, question 2. How many states do not have texting and driving laws? Okay, 30, 22, 16, or 9?
Well, I
thought this was really interesting.
Yeah, it is. I know that Pennsylvania and New Jersey have them, because last time I was up there, I was read the riot act by my dad while I was driving. But as for an exact number, what do you think?
I'm going to go with D, 9.
9? That don't have them.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's probably more. I would probably say like 22 out of the 50.
All right, which one is?
No, see, Bruce, you weren't listening to my story. If you had listened to my story, you would have heard 9 states. There's only 9 that have absolutely no law. Some states have partial bans, some have full bans. It just depends. But 9 states, including Florida, have absolutely nothing. And that's why this is a pertinent story. And the last question, which age group, this is easy, has the most distracted driving accidents?
Yes.
Under 20, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, or 40 and over?
Definitely A.
Yeah, if I use my kids as an example, you know, I have 3 that are above the age of 20 and 1 under, and they give him a hard time, my 19-year-old. I agree with you, under 20.
Under 20, Emily.
It is. You're both right. I mean, even distracted walking. How many times have you been walking down the sidewalk and a under 20-year-old's too busy texting to get out of the way for you? But yeah, good job, guys. All pretty staggering statistics. So we'll be following this legislation all the way through. Reporting live, Emily Turner, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Emily. Appreciate that.